Hey everyone,
Hello.
how
Hey,
are you doing? Welcome back, Danilo.
yeah,
We missed you
thanks.
last week.
How are you
Welcome everyone
feeling?
to the is it like the third episode of Bits and Boxes. Um, well, we'll be doing some collaborative work this time and showcase some interesting scenarios that we for which we leverage basically CodeSandbox at work. How are you all doing today?
Bump.
It, yeah, I'm doing all right. Happy to be back to work and yeah, present this again. I was excited to show parts of the CodeSandbox you use it in our day work, and yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, okay, so let's jump right into it. I'm gonna move my window on this side here and share my screen. So we start from the dashboard. If you remember from last time, we imported this demo repository in the Bits and Boxes workspace. So now I'm going to create a new branch, which will give me a quick VM that will branch out from the main branch. You can use the button at the top to create this new branch. And just a quick reminder, because of the VM infrastructure, I get this branch up and running in like 1 or 2 seconds, and I have the dev server running and everything, and it's a unique VM that I can now share. Like the branch is connected to this VM. I can just grab the URL at the top. Let me get this Slack thread here, and I'm going to ask my colleague Christian to join for a quick pairing session. And now he instantly joined there. So I guess we can just fiddle around the code, make a few changes. The nice thing again about the VM architecture, so to say, is that this VM does not belong to me, right? Whenever I create a new branch, it runs on a new VM. So multiple people from the team can join the same branch, can work together. We can both commit on the same branch, and it just enables all these collaboration flows that are, of course, trickier to get up and running with local environments.
Yeah, and you also
Uh,
didn't have to push it to remote for me to access it. Like this is still local
yeah,
in the cloud.
exactly. Yeah. So I was thinking maybe we can do, I don't know, let's do some changes here to, uh, I use this hefty component inspector in the preview, which we haven't really talked about in a while. But it can give you quick access to components or to the code that of course renders these components here. So I was thinking maybe we start with we make a quick change on in here. For example, we could have this discover code sandbox template that is not on 3 rows. Let's say we want it like in a full length title here, right? So I'm just going to remove these break elements from HTML. Do you want to make some other changes maybe to this, Christian?
Yeah, I would still want to make it like I don't know what
Oh
happened
yeah,
last time. It should be epic, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. Now it's back on 2 rows on mobile.
Way
But
better.
way better anyway. I do love this font. Like it's very nice.
Yeah.
Um, Okay, what we do now is we go to the Git panel here, where the app tsx is shown as a change. We're going to commit this. We have some already suggestions of the commit message. We're probably gonna have to make a full episode on Boxy and all the AI helpers that we have in the editor. But for now, let's just be lazy and commit whatever AI generates there. And now that we have committed, the branch has been pushed to GitHub. And as Christian emphasized just earlier, we this branch was created in CodeSandbox. Anyone from the team was able to join the branch, but the branch was not yet pushed to GitHub. Now it is pushed after the first commit, so we can open the pull request on GitHub. And yeah, not gonna spend too much time here. It's pretty clear. Like that's the change we made in CodeSandbox. I'm going to create the PR. And the nice thing is that as soon as you get the PR created, you get this comment from CodeSandbox. And this is related to the GitHub app, which we have installed on the repository. And we're probably going to talk about the GitHub app specifically and different ways of installing it in a future episode. But this is very handy because it gives you instant links to the branch in CodeSandbox. You can open it in VS Code, and you can also open the preview dev server that is configured inside this branch. Right, I guess should we talk about working now with other branches as well? I know, Danilo, you also wanted to share a link.
Yeah, meanwhile you were working in this branch, I was working on another branch, and I would like to ask you to review it, if that's okay. Yeah, and I basically implemented a retry button in this very same branch, in the very same file. So yeah, I'd love if you can review it together.
So the same way as we had this link for our previous PR. Similarly, when Danilo created his PR, we have the comment again from CodeSandbox. So we can of course open first the preview. This will give us, this will just show us what Danilo has been working on. Just the dev server that's running in CodeSandbox on that very VM that Danilo has worked. So in a way, it's kind of like the Vercel or Netlify integrations that give you this kind of preview URLs, but this gives you actually the dev server preview, which is super nice because anything that runs in CodeSandbox automatically can become a preview URL and can be used for testing, can be used for design validation or design testing, can be used for QA or for any other process, visual testing and so on.
Exactly. And while you guys jump into that, I thought I would bring some color to our Epic text. So I'll go in to our branch and create a new commit there, which is also a really nice feature, is that even though Alex created the PR and push it, I can just continue working on that branch and create more commits on it.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I'm opening Danilo's branch here. So the nice thing here is that now I'm in the same VM with Danilo on his branch, so I can just pick up the pull request changes, and I can see the diffs, the thing that he added in his pull request. I can even approve it from here. I can actually just do that. And then it even shows me as a reviewer at the top in the pull request panel. But at the same time, I'm still connected to the other branch that Christian was talking about. So in here,
I added a red color.
Oh, I see now.
Mm-hmm.
And if I go to the Git panel here, I also see that you made the second commit just after mine.
Yeah, this highlights very well that we have one branch, one VM by URL. So now you are connected to two VMs, two branches, and you can work in parallel with your colleagues here. So this is very powerful. It's not limited for just two, but you can have as many VMs you want, and different projects, different brands, different VMs. This is very powerful.
Yeah, and I think we underestimate how powerful it is. Like, we're used to this, like doing this context switching, but I have vague memories of kind of making my workday fit focusing on a branch, so I didn't have to do that switch. But now I don't. There's no cost to it. There's no cost to changing to a different branch or helping a colleague or inviting someone into my branch. I don't have to like push it first before I can get help or whatever. It's just completely seamless. And yeah, you quickly underestimate the power of that. But it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it definitely helped us, I think, as a team be more active in our reviews and more involved. And there's almost zero friction in testing someone else's PR. Whereas with local development, there's always that friction of, oh, but I'm in the middle of something. I need to, either commit my local changes, or I need to stash them, and I need to check out a different branch. And it's just it's packed with these kind of blockers that especially when you're in crunch mode, it's very easy to just omit that and say, oh, I don't have time now, I'm just gonna approve this. Everything gets just approved by default, and you basically lose as a team the ability to review, and the ability of collaborate async and share thoughts on the changes that happen on a daily basis.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. I guess that's what we wanted to showcase today. Just how easy it is to jump between branches, have different editors and different tabs open, be able to review someone else's code, work in parallel with others. We are looking forward to hearing your thoughts on this. We are actually wondering if people are trying this. We want to get feedback, of course, on all these collaborative patterns and improve the product the best we can in the coming months. So yeah, thanks everyone for joining. See you in the next episode. Have a great day. Bye bye.
Bye bye.